Donald Trump has been having a bad week, and when I say bad, I mean throwing ketchup at the walls bad. And if there's one thing that gets under his thin, orange-tinted skin, it's someone else getting media attention that he thinks he deserves. So you can imagine how well it went when Time magazine put Elon Musk on the latest cover, sitting behind the Resolute desk in the Oval Office. Yeah, you already know that Trump's blood pressure spiked faster than Nancy May sprinting to a public restroom to conduct an impromptu gender inspection. But if you'll humor me, I have a slight change to make to the cover of Time magazine. Here's the original cover, but this image of Elon really isn't working for me. So let's swap him out and find a better image. And there's something about this desk that isn't right. Maybe a little change too. And there we have it, a more accurate version of Elon Musk on the cover of Time magazine. Now, if you've been paying attention to Donald Trump for more than 5 minutes, you know that he's obsessed with Time magazine covers. This is the same guy who faked a Time cover of himself and hung it up at Mar-a-Lago.
Trump is hitting on all fronts, even TV, and The Apprentice is a television smash. The date was made up. Time Inc. confirmed there was no March 1st, 2009 issue. The White House response today, we couldn't comment on the decor at Trump golf clubs one way or another. Donald Trump was never on the cover of Time magazine at all in 2009. There was, however, a March 2nd, 2009 issue with Kate Winslet on the cover, and whoever did the phony Trump cover borrowed some of the headlines from the real cover and just dragged them over and put them on the fake one. And then someone took that Photoshopped Time magazine cover and had it printed, blown up, 5 times and then framed and then hung in at least 5 Trump clubhouses to impress the membership. Now, if any of those members happen to scan the barcode on the fake Time magazine cover, they discover it's actually a barcode for software that lets you be a karaoke DJ. It all adds a bit of perspective on a day when the president tweeted that basically every news outlet in America is fake news.
And let's not forget, when Time named Trump their 2016 Person of the Year, he called it a tremendous honor and practically threw himself a ticker tape parade. But now, well, now that Time is suggesting that Elon Musk has more power in Washington than Trump, suddenly he's playing dumb.
Mr. President, do you have a reaction to the new Time magazine cover that has Elon Musk sitting behind your Resolute desk?
タイムマガジンにイーロン・マスクが大統領の机の後ろで座っている写真がありますけども、それに関するコメントは何かありますか?
Is Time magazine still in business? I didn't even know that.
Trump was just named Person of the Year back in December and celebrated it with a huge photo of the cover behind him at the New York Stock Exchange.
Well, thank you very much. This is an honor, a tremendous honor. I brought some of our compatriots along with us. They're going to do a beautiful job for you for the next 4 years. And it's really been something very special. And I have to say, Time magazine getting this honor for the second time, I think I like it better this time, actually. But I do want to thank Time magazine. I've been on the cover many times. I don't know who has the record, but I can only probably talk well about 25% of the covers. 25% are great. The others I just sort of hide. But it's been an honor, and every time it's an honor, I will tell you. And thank you very much for doing it. And thank the whole group at Time. Really very professional people. Thank you very much.
Then, on December 13th, he posted on Truth Social a photo of his mugshot with how it started, and then a photo of his Time magazine cover with how it's going. Then he posted a link to the Time magazine interview transcript along with the cover on December 17th. So when Trump says this,
Is Time magazine still in business? I didn't even know that.
I say
bullshit.
And if Trump didn't care about Time magazine, he wouldn't have spent years chasing their approval like a dog begging for scraps at the dinner table. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Within hours of the Time cover dropping, Elon Musk ran to Twitter to post, "I love real Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another man." But even with all the sucking up, you know that Trump is seething. I mean, just look at his face after he was asked that question. He sees Elon getting his Oval Office moment, and the gears in his brain are already turning. Excuse me, why didn't they put me behind the desk? I'm the best president. Elon never created Trump the board game. I'm way richer than Elon. Well, maybe not richer, but I definitely owe more in lawsuits. This idiot is steaming. But let's take a step back. Trump and Musk's alliance has always been, awkward. Both of them love surrounding themselves with yes men, but they also want to be the only alpha in the room. They're obsessed with loyalty, yet neither of them is loyal to anyone but themselves. And Trump wants to be the richest man alive, except Musk actually is. Well, for now. You cannot have two people with the same personality doing the same job. It won't end well. And here's where things get dicey, because we've seen what happens when Trump feels overshadowed. Back in 2017, Time put Bannon on the cover with the headline, "The Great Manipulator." And Trump, well, he hated it. Fast forward a few months and Bannon is out of the White House faster than Trump can say,
So I don't know him. Never heard of him. I don't know him. I don't know him.
I don't know him very well. I have not spoken to him much. This is not a man I know well.
I don't even know him. I don't know him at all. Don't know what he's about. Don't know where he comes from.
cat food has been the same forever. It's time for cat food to move into the 21st century. That's why you've got to try Smalls. It's time to make kibble a thing of the past. Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients you'd find in your fridge, and it's delivered right to your door. That's why veterinarians.org rates Smalls 10 out of 10 for ingredient quality. I recently ordered Smalls as a gift for my friend's cats, and they can't get enough of the stuff. We actually did a taste test and put two bowls side by side, Smalls and their kibble, and they immediately went to Smalls. Smalls was started back in 2017 by a couple of guys home cooking cat food in small batches for their friends. And a few short years later, they've served millions of meals to cats across the US. I feel better knowing that my friend is feeding his cats real food and not burnt kibble. And now when I cat sit, I can finally open up a packet of cat food and not get nauseous. I actually recognize the ingredients in a packet of Smalls food. After making the switch to Smalls, 88% of cat owners reported overall health improvements. That's a big deal. The team at Smalls is so confident that your cat will love their product, you can try it risk-free. That means they'll refund you if your cat won't eat their food. Now is the time to switch to Smalls. Head to smalls.com/Gabe and use promo code Gabe at checkout for 50% off your first order, plus free shipping. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use my code Gabe for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code Gabe for 50% off your first order, plus free shipping. So you might be asking, what's next? Well, Musk is in trouble because Trump's patience for people who get way more attention than him runs out real fast. And if history tells us anything, it won't be long before Trump starts throwing little barbs at Elon. Like back in July 2022 when Trump posted this on Truth Social. Trump ridiculed Elon for having subsidized projects like electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidies he'd be worthless. And then he added, I could have said, drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it. Which then makes Elon's post about loving Trump as much as a straight man can a little bit questionable. So before you know it, Elon Musk will go from Trump's favorite billionaire to just another weak,
pathetic loser.
See, throughout history, kingmakers and oligarchs don't last long once their puppet takes power. They usually meet one of three fates. Fate number one, they get betrayed and cast aside. Once the ruler doesn't need them anymore, they get tossed aside like an expired Trump steak. Steve Bannon helped build Trump's movement, but once he got way too much credit, Trump fired him in 2017 and then later trashed him publicly. And when Bannon faced fraud charges, Trump let him rot until he needed his loyalty again. Elon Musk might think that he's irreplaceable, but Bannon probably thought the same thing. Fate 2. They become the real power behind the throne. If the ruler is weak or incompetent, the kingmaker runs the show. For example, Tsar Nicholas II was a clueless ruler, so Rasputin took over, pulling the strings from behind the scenes. However, the Russian elite hated how much power he had over the imperial family, so they assassinated him in 1916. If Elon keeps flexing his influence over Trump's decisions, it won't be long before Trump allies decide that he's a threat and, politically, take him out. Fate 3. They overreach and get eliminated. Some kingmakers get drunk on their own power thinking they can't be touched, until they are. Look no further than Robespierre. He helped overthrow the French monarchy, but once he started executing his own allies, they turned on him. And in 1794, he was arrested and guillotined. Elon might think that he's untouchable, but if he starts undermining Trump too much, expect a swift purge. If there's one thing you can count on, it's that Donald Trump will turn on Elon Musk. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. And the best part, we can help speed that up. We have to drive a wedge between Trump, MAGA, and Elon. Keep spreading the idea that Musk is really the one in charge. Push the idea that Musk is more popular than Trump in right-wing spaces. And maybe even casually suggest that Musk could run for president in 2028. And before you know it, Trump will start turning on Musk himself, because for Trump, it's always about the spotlight, and if Elon starts getting way too much of it, Trump will do what he always does, throw a tantrum, throw his allies under the bus, and pretend he never cared in the first place. Well, that's today's episode. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel at I am Gabe Sanchez, now's your chance. And if you enjoyed today's episode and want to support the show, you can join my Substack at iamgabesanchez.substack.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the audio version of What Was That, perfect for when you're on the go or just relaxing. Catch every episode wherever you listen to podcasts. Until next time, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been What Was That?